Hello and welcome to the Recording Journey, episode number 14. That is crazy. Episode number 14. I am starting to feel like a real, genuine podcast. Thanks y'all for joining me today. Well, today on the show, we've got some news for you about what's going on the forum. We got some music from community members that I want to show off for you. And then we got a really cool conversation that's been happening on the forum I want to make you aware of, and maybe you get a chance to join us at therecordingjourney.com and take part in the conversation and give us your own hot take on the subject. First up is the news. All right, two big items to bring to your attention. One, we are wrapping up our Cover This Song challenge for the months of November and December. That was AC/DC's You Shook Me All Night Long. And we're starting the Cover This Song challenge for January and February. Now, which song is it going to be? It's a little more complicated than that, because it turns out, after our long and fruitful discussion last month about Paul Simon, we all just decided, you know what? Let's honor that man's legacy. Let's do Paul Simon. And we're not even going to put it up to a vote about which song we're going to do. The man's catalog is broad enough and rich enough. You just pick a Paul Simon song and play your heart out. So whatever Paul Simon song you want to do, the world is your oyster. Go and do your most faithful interpretation of the song, which is going to be hard enough. Or if you're feeling equally crazy, go ahead and take one of his songs and reinvent it somehow. Put a fresh spin on it. Either way, this might be the Cover This Song challenge I have been the most excited about we've ever done, because Paul Simon has just become one of my very favorite artists of all time. He touches me in a tender place in my soul. And if he does the same for you, you come onto the forum. You come give us your version of one of his songs and let us know in your own creative way what that song means to you. Now, I'm also going to be playing for you some songs today from last month's Cover This Songs challenge. So if you're still feeling like you really wish you could have done that AC/DC song, there's still time. We don't chase people down if they miss the deadline. We'd still love to hear from you, but that's what's going on. And the second piece of news that I want to bring to your attention is a second challenge that we're doing this month. Now, last month we did a remix challenge from David Fraser's song, Trust a Feeling. This month we're doing a remix challenge from Lound's song called Rewind. Now, he's been generous enough to give us the stems. They're posted in a thread on the forum. And if you've listened to the original of the song, you know it's a real mellow vibe to the song, which was just right for it. It's exactly what the song needed. But it gives us all plenty of room to reinterpret and reimagine the song and figure out some fresh way to come at it. So I am very excited this month to hear what everybody does with it, and I cannot wait to show you what I do with it. I've already got some ideas cooking. I'm going to get to work on it. Well, right now, let me show you off some music from last month's Cover This Song challenge. We had a couple of people come in under the wire with their interpretations of the AC/DC song, You Shook Me All Night Long. First up, from Marty Helly, it's an acoustic bluesy take on the song that I'm just going to tell you up front is probably my favorite thing I've ever heard from Marty. Marty's done a bunch of really good work over the years, so I hope that tells you how much I love this. Here it is. It's Marty Helly's take on AC/DC's You Shook Me All Night Long.
She was a fast machine, kept her motor clean. Best damn woman that I've ever seen. Sightless eyes telling me no lies, knocking me out those American thighs. Taking more than her share, had me fighting for air. Told me to come my mind aching. We were making it, and you shook me all night long. Yeah, you shook me, baby, you shook me all night long. Working double time on the seduction line, one of a kind, yeah, mine, oh mine. Wanted no applause, just another cause. Made a meal out of me, then she come back for more. Had to cool me down, yeah, take another round. Back in the ring to take another swing, 'cause the walls were shaking, earth was quaking, my mind was aching, baby. We were making it, and you shook me all night long. Oh, babe, you shook me all night long. Yeah, you shook me all night long. Making it 'cause you shook me all night long. All night long.
What'd I tell you? That's real damn good, which makes it really tough for me because I'm not quite done with my take on the song. I keep feeling like I'm gonna finish it any day, any minute, any second now, and it just keeps refusing to cross the finish line. That's all my fault. At some point, I just need to call it done and post the damn thing and play it for y'all, but when the bar gets set that high with an interpretation that subtle and powerful, it makes it hard. It makes it real hard. But I'll tell you, I got an equally brilliant rendition of the song to play you right now from Adrian Roberts. He went a real different direction, and he took the song into such uncharted territory. I mean, the instrumentation and the music for this song, and even the vocal delivery, it's not something I ever would have imagined or predicted. But I can tell you this, Adrian always gives me something that it just makes me want to sit in a bar with a glass of something delicious and a cigar in my mouth. It just always hits that sweet spot that makes me wish it was 2 a.m. and I know better than to be here this late, but the music is so damn good I just can't bring myself to be responsible and go home. So let me play this for you. This is Adrian Roberts' take on the AC/DC song, You Shook Me All Night Long.
She was a fast machine, she kept her motor clean. She was the best damn woman that I ever seen. She had the sightless eyes, telling me no lies, knocking me out with those American thighs, taking more than her share, had me fighting for air. She told me to come, but I was already there, 'cause the world started shaking, earth was quaking, my mind was aching, we were making it, and you shook me all night long. Yeah, you shook me all night long. Working double time on the seduction line. She was one of a kind, she's just mine, oh mine. Wanted no applause, just another cause. Made a meal out of me and come back for more. Had to cool me down to take another round. Now I'm back in the ring to take another swing. Cause the walls were shaking, earth was quaking, my mind was aching, and we were making it. And you shook me all night long. Yeah, you shook me all night long. I said you shook me all night long. And you shook me all night long. Yeah, you shook me.
Didn't I tell you? It's great and yet unexpected in every way, from the brass to that more electronic digital drum feel. I just love it. I just freaking love it. Which brings me to our next take on the song from Scott Swede. Now, he was actually one of the very first to deliver us an interpretation of the song. I've just been lazy and haven't given it to you yet, but here it is, and I'm going to tell you the comment he gave us when he first published this thing on the forum. He said, "What a challenge this was. I was planning to do an original cover, but after some time I realized that the original is pretty impossible to better. I just couldn't get the guitar tone right. These guys are rhythm gods." Well, he's right about that. When you try to cover an AC/DC song and you try to do it the way they did it, you find out real fast that their arrangements and their performances are deceptively simple. Their rhythm section in particular, and just the vibe and the groove of everything from the guitars, the bass, and the drums, everything about it is perfect and easy to bob your head to and move your body to. But when you try to play it, even when you get in the right ballpark, you can feel the difference between what you're doing and what they did. But let me give you what Scott Swede brought us with this song. This is Scott Swede's take on AC/DC's "You Shook Me All Night Long."
She was a fast machine, she kept her motor clean. She was the best damn woman that I ever seen. She had the sightless eyes, telling me no lies, knocking me out with those American thighs, taking more than a share, had me fighting for air. She told me to come, but I was already there. Cause the walls were shaking, the earth was quaking, my mind was aching, and we were making it. And you took me all night long. Yeah, yeah, you took me all night long. Working double time on the seduction line. She's one of a kind, she's just mine, all mine. Wanting no applause, just another cause. Made of me, love me, and come back for more. Had
pretty good, man. It's pretty good. There's always something real driving and inspiring about the way that Arnold approaches a song, and I guess half of that is just down to the simple fact that he's always got some really punchy drums and some real driving guitars in there. That goes a long way, so good job, brother. Appreciate you bringing that for us. I might have to listen to that one again just as soon as I'm done recording this dang thing. All right, next up, I'm going to bring you a couple of original songs from community members. First up, from our man Mike O. He brought us a new song called Fate's Play. And he told us this is one of his first times really experimenting with adding brass to an arrangement in one of his original songs. And he asked us for some feedback about that. So I'm going to tell you, the version I'm going to play for you is not the very first version that he posted for us. No, he's hardworking and diligent enough that he took the feedback from us, took it to the song, and made some tweaks and changes. Some of them subtle, some of them pretty big, until he got it sounding real damn good. So let me play the song for you. This is from Mike O. The song is called Fate's Play.
He knew he was in trouble the moment he saw her. Green eyes and a smile that made him pray that this day wasn't teasing, and there was a reason that beauty was headed his way. Why does fate have to work this way? Set you up when you don't want to play. You've been down this road and can't pretend. Forever loves are destined to one day end. She knew she was in trouble the moment she saw him. Brown eyes and a grin that made her say, girl, you better run now, there ain't no way, no how. These legs should take you his way. Why does fate have to work this way? Set you up when you don't want to play. You've been down this road and can't pretend. Forever loves are destined to one day end. He gazed at her face as she kept up her pace, closer and closer to him, knowing that she could have been in any other place. But fate had a plan for this woman and man that only they could play, but only if they let fate win the day. Now they're this couple who seem a little trouble, with green and brown eyes throughout the years, and nothing but pleasing, and there's the reason not to give in to your fears. That's why fate has to work that way, set you up and make you wanna play. You've been down a road, but not this one, my friend. There's some loves that are destined to never end. So go ahead and run into each other's arms. Nothing to worry about, no alarms. She will love him, he will love her, forever and always, amen.
See, that's one of those songs, every time you listen to it, there's some new ear candy to discover. Something happening somewhere in the mix that you go, ooh, that's a little jewel right there. I didn't notice that before. Really cool song, Mike. I'll be very curious if you do anything else to it, make any other tweaks or changes. If you left it right where it is, I think you've got some gold right there. So good job, brother. All right, next up, I got another original song for you from one of our community members. That's from Tony B. He brought us a new song called Prison of the Mind, and I'm going to give you a little bit of the background that he gave us when he posted the song. He said, well, I thought I'd start the new year with a song I co-wrote with David Frazier. I had written the first part of this song, but couldn't work out where to take it, so I reached out to David to see if he could come up with a fitting chorus. And within a couple of days, he sent what is now the chorus of the song, and personally, I love it. It's the best part of the song, and he nailed it on the first attempt. Well, Tony, I'm going to tell you, I think you're absolutely right about that. If there's anything that our man David knows how to do, it's write a damn fine chorus. And he delivered on this song. So y'all, let me play you the song. It's called Prison of My Mind, co-written by Tony and David. Here you go.
I wake up every day to this living hell. I watch the world go by from this prison cell. Just as they say it's blind, but she can't hear. If that were true, I wouldn't be standing here. The prison of my mind. I'm sad alone in here, just asking myself why I ended up in the place where hope goes to die. Locked inside these four green walls, just counting the days, hoping the sun will shine on brighter days. And now the days are lonely when there's nothing inside, and the ones that will truly break you are the ones that you leave behind. So many times I've tried to put it all right, but now I'm stuck in here, and the one thing I can't find is the prison of my mind.
I told you the chorus was good. I told you. Oh, now everything is good about that song. But I will tell you, the chorus is something special. That's one of my favorite things about being part of the recording journeys. The collaborations that happen when two of us or a group of us get together, and you just find that there are things you come up with when you're in the room or the virtual room together that you would never have thought of if you were all on your own. So I'm so glad, Tony, that you reached out to David, because y'all came up with something real special. I appreciate y'all giving us the song. Now, the last original song I want to play for you from one of our members is from Andreas. He gave us a song called No Longer. Here's what he said about it. He said, "Hope you're all doing great. If you got a few minutes, I'd absolutely love some mixed feedback for this song of mine. It's originally from last year, but I re-recorded a bunch, and I've done a fresh mix during this holiday break." Well, Andreas, that's fantastic. One, because it's a great song, and two, you got it sounded pretty darn good. Now, like a lot of this stuff, some of it's still a work in progress, so there may be some future changes that you make to the song, but I want to play for everybody where it's at right now because it is a worthy listen and a real cool song. Here it is from Andreas. It's his song, No Longer.
thrillingly present as snow falling. If you get such a rut in foreign places, abandoned by love and forsaken by God. I'm no longer your
That is just one of those songs that blows my mind. In particular, the thing about it that amazes me is you've got a musical bed that is really powerful and dense, and you've got a very delicate vocal on top of it. And part of me feels like those two should not go together. You got to match the dynamic of one or the other. But Andreas somehow found a way that contrast is really what makes the song work. So I'm a little bit in awe, brother. Very nicely done. Now, the last thing I want to bring up with you is a really cool conversation that's been happening on the forum. As the year has wound to a close, we all started talking about Best of 2024, the best stuff that was released last year that we all heard. And the very first thing that a bunch of us realized was that A lot of our favorite stuff from last year didn't come out last year. A lot of it came out in 2023 or otherwise. Now, that didn't stop us from loving it, and that didn't stop any of us from putting it on our list of best of 2024 because we a bunch of rebels, what can I say? But there are two things that came up in that conversation, two artists that I want to bring to your attention and I would love to hear your thoughts on. First was our good friend Teresa brought up Nick Cave and his album Wild God, his most recent album that came out in 2024. Now, Nick Cave and the Bad Seeds, that's a band that I hear about a lot. And Nick Cave is a man that a lot of people I respect have a lot of respect for. So I felt the need to give him a fair shot, to give him a chance to really make an impression on me. Because, what can I say? A referral from a friend really does count for a lot. So I went in ready to be pleasantly surprised by this album. For me to fall in love with him the way so many of my friends and heroes have fallen in love with him. And let me tell you, I listened to Nick Cave and the Bad Seeds' new album, Wild God. And from the jump, the music was perfect. Perfect. I mean, perfect. I could not get over how perfectly composed and arranged and produced the musical bed was. In fact, if it had just been instrumental, I probably would have been 10 out of 10, pleased with the whole thing and listened to it 10 times in a row. But I've got to admit to you, and maybe the problem is me, maybe I just have bad taste, maybe I'm crazy, but every song, as soon as Nick Cave actually started singing, I was not happy. It just knocked the song off course for me. It honestly, and I am not trying to be rude when I say this, I'm just trying to be honest with you. It honestly felt like the band had spent months perfecting the music for this album, perfecting it so that Nick Cave could come in and have a masterpiece to sing on top of. And then Nick Cave came in and said, "Hey guys, I'm drunk, so I'm just going to wing this thing." Every song to me felt like the definition of a first draft from him. Like he was discovering it as he went along in the worst way possible. And that he didn't go back and hone it and sculpt it and refine it. And look, I'm not suggesting that is actually the case, because for all I know, he spent months or years, who knows how long, putting blood, sweat, and tears into every element of his vocal performance, the melodies, the lyrics, everything. I'm just telling you, my honest reaction to it was it felt like he was making it up on the spot and not doing everybody the good service of going back and really discovering the song and what he had spontaneously recorded. But if your feelings on it differ, I would love to hear from you, because I don't mind telling you, Teresa's feelings sure differ. She's the one that suggested the album. She's the one that listed it as one of her best of 2024, and she doesn't share my feelings. So if you agree with me or disagree, I'd love to hear your thoughts. And then another one that Teresa brought up was St. Vincent's new album, All Born Screaming. Now, I'm going to confess to you, I'm a little bit of an ill-informed heathen. I really came to know about St. Vincent just because she had a cover on this Metallica cover album called The Black Album, where a bunch of other famous artists did their take on some classic Metallica songs, and she did a rendition of Sad But True that really, really struck me. I really dug it. And that's the moment when I said, I've been hearing her name a lot, let me check her out. Now, I'll be the first to tell you, she's done a whole lot that I really like. And even when she's done stuff musically that wasn't quite my cup of tea, I know enough about her as a person and an artist that I have nothing but love and appreciation and respect for her. She is the definition of an artist. She comes at everything with this sense of heart and soul. And she is an artist that, much like some of my heroes, David Bowie, Prince, Peter Gabriel, that just push themselves in new directions, try new things, go on adventures, do something unexpected that their audience may or may not love, but they want to keep it fresh for themselves. And she always does that. She's one of those artists where you might hear a bunch of her stuff that you like or don't like, and then listen to something else from her catalog and have a completely opposite reaction to. And I just love that about her. But I got to be honest with you, the new album, All Born Screaming, I did listen to it. I didn't love it. It didn't quite hit the sweet spot for me. So I'm dying to hear from you, how you felt about it. So leave a comment on the podcast or go to the forum at therecordingjourney.com. I would love for you to join the conversation and let us know how you felt about St. Vincent's All Born Screaming. Now that's going to bring us to the end of this week's episode of the Recording Journey podcast, episode number 14. As you may know, we are rolling right along towards episode number 21 because number 21 is a milestone in any podcast journey. It is apparently the number of episodes that puts you in the top 1% of all podcasts ever made, because apparently only 1% of podcasts ever made even make it to episode number 21. So thanks for coming along on the journey with us. I hope you'll come to therecordingjourney.com and take place in our conversations, discussions, debates, and most of all, our challenges to come up with original music and fresh takes on cover songs. We've got the Cover Song Challenge, where we're doing Paul Simon this month, and then we've got the Remix Challenge, where we've got some stems from Lound's song, Rewind. Can't wait to hear what you come up for either one of those. It's been a blessing spending some time with you. I hope you're having the best year of your life already. God bless you. I'll see you next week.